youth runner here with the dynamic duo from Lone Peak, but it was 7 strong. I have the blessing of having Maya Bybee on my left and Boston Bybee on my right. Cousins, not sisters. Anna Bybee winning the junior senior race. Cousin, not sister, 1820 and 1835, 5 in the top 21 for Lone Peak. Maya, obviously, it's only August 30th. The group wants to be at their best on October 30th and certainly on November 23rd and December 7th. But just, how good was it? Because Anna even said, like, like we're usually kind of hiding out and low profile, early on, but just to kind of, finally be able to come out and have the group together and be so cohesive today. How encouraging was it?
Oh, super special. I feel like the team makes everything so much stronger. Like, it's such a blessing to have such a big team because we're always lifting up each other, like passing by our tent and just everyone cheering. It means so much. It's good.
Boston, I mean, obviously the strength of this group, but in the race that Anna and Addie were so brilliant in, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Like, obviously you're running your race and Maya's running her race and Zoe and and Brielle and the rest of the group, but just to be able to see Anna and Addie and that group perform so well, what did that do for inspiration for you ladies?
It boosted our confidence a lot to see not just us but our whole team running so well and giving their all on the course, and it was a super fun day just cheering for everyone and watching them do so well. So we really appreciate it. Yeah, for sure.
Maya, obviously this course, a lot of people might look at it, from a Google map or a macro view and be like, oh, it's flat and there's some rolling terrain and whatnot, and then they go to the swamp and then they say, okay,
yes,
now we need to respect this course. Like, just having that understanding, right? Courtney and Ryan have you in the group so prepared, like just understanding the right, corners to take and tangents to take and finding the right lines to take, not just by the swamp, but on the whole course. How beneficial was that?
Super helpful. I feel like every corner there's somebody like telling me kind of what to do, and this is usually rainy, it's usually a swamp, but today was drier, but it was good. This is one of my favorite courses to race.
Boston, obviously, there's always been such incredible leadership in this group, and both of you have been such amazing leaders, ambassadors, teammates, friends, and supporters since the very first day that you wore the Lone Peak kit. But just in terms of, there's no more Addie Meldrum, there's no more Andy Agard. Like, just in terms of this group forming its own identity, its own energy, with its own leadership. How have you seen that unfold so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, we have a really solid group of girls. All of us are really unique. We're all very different. And I think that's what makes us so strong, is we all have different strengths and we all have different weaknesses and things that we're trying to work on. And it's really just a good building experience to be going through these really hard things, really hard training sessions, tough races, but also to be having fun throughout the whole thing and learning together.
My coach, Courtney Meldrum, talks a lot about flow. How close to complete flow state did you feel like the group was in, even though it's August 30th?
I feel like pretty good. Today was getting the first race done. It's always tough getting the season started, but you get into the flow and you start to find your rhythm and find joy in like the journey. And so that was good.
And Boston, obviously, a lot of people get to now come to Twilight. You have always valued every opportunity, valued every race throughout your career, but especially this year, like is it more emphasis and just really wanting to be present and really enjoying these women, enjoying all the experiences, because pretty soon, not too soon, but pretty soon we're going to call you alumni as well, my friend.
It's crazy. I mean, coming to this race and being like, this is the last time I'm racing Timpanogos. It's wild that it's gone so fast, and part of me like just feels like I'm still a sophomore, but it's been such a cool experience to like do this for the last time and just make the most of every moment. I'm
sure Courtney Meldrum would wish she had 2 more years with you after this year as well. My last thing, in terms of like, when you get freshmen that get their first opportunity, what that was like. When you get people that get put in the Varsity 7 for the first time, what that was like. How happy were you? How pleased with you? How encouraged were you with just how the group handled it, like emotionally today?
I think good. Like, going into like my freshman year, it was a new dynamic, high school racing, and it's been cool. Like, as people leave and people come in, like the team just like reconnects and we find like our balance. And yeah, like what Boston said, everyone's so unique, and it's just like emotionally, it's just like you start to connect, and it's really cool.
Well, what is not unique, what is completely commonplace, is Lone Peak and winning, especially at the Timpanogos Invitational and pretty much every other meaningful course in the history of the state of Utah. They did it today with 5 in the top 21, 58 points overall. Both of these women in the top 10. Maya Bybee, Boston Bybee, again, cousins, not sisters, along with Anna, cousin, not sister. Great job, girls.
Thank you.